stop, one more street, then the evening can begin. The bags are lighter in my hands now. The traffic isn't quite as loud. The sky has traded bright ambition for a softer shade of cloud. Storefront lights begin appearing along the sidewalks one by one. And somewhere in the fading daylight, the busy part is done. The lists have all been folded up now. The little tasks are finally through. No more places left to hurry, no more things I have to do. A warm cafe glows through a window. Someone laughs from down the block. The whole city seems to loosen as it listens to the clock. The last errand is behind me now. The last errand, and I can slow down. The last errand, the evening's near. A little less rush, a little more here. The air feels cooler than it did before. The streets feel kinder somehow, and every step becomes a little easier than the ones that came before. Now, nothing special has happened, nothing grand or worth applause. Just the simple relief of knowing the day can finally pause. The last errand is behind me now. The last errand, and I can slow down. The last errand, the evening's near. A little less rush, a little more here. The lights come on, the sky grows deep, the coffee's warm, the pace is easy. The last errand has come and gone, and the evening carries on. Take a breath, stay a while. The night is waiting with a smile. The door chime rings. The evening begins. The door chime rings. Come on in. Outside the city keeps moving. cars and footsteps pass along. But here the air feels a little warmer, and the hurry feels all gone. A familiar lamp glows softly against the wooden wall, and the quiet hum of conversation feels welcoming to all. A fresh cup waits behind the counter. Steam rises through the light. Someone turns a page beside me. Someone smiles in passing by. The rain taps gently on the window like a rhythm slow and kind. And every little sound reminds me to leave the rush behind. The door chime rings and the day slows down. The door chime rings and peace comes around. The door chime rings like an old refrain, a warm light waiting out of the rain. Nothing special needs to happen. Nothing has to be explained. There's comfort in familiar corners and comfort in familiar names. For a little while this evening, the world can carry on outside, while here beneath these amber lights I simply sit a while. The door chime rings and the day slows down. The door chime rings and peace comes around. The door chime rings like an old refrain, a warm light waiting out of the rain. The coffee's warm, the lights are low, the window shines, the evening slows. The door chime rings, then settles still, and for a while the room is calm. The door chime rings, and I'm right where I belong. A table by the window, that's all I need. A table by the window, and a quiet evening. The rain has painted little rivers across the glass outside. Streetlights shimmer through the weather as the daylight says goodbye. drift away. Nothing here is asking anything of this moment or this day. A warm cup waits beside me, sending ribbons through the air. The chair feels comfortably familiar, like it's always been right there. People come and go around me. The door chime softly sings, but here beside the window, the world slows everything. A table by the window, a little light. A table by the window, on a rainy night. A table by the window, watching time go by. Nothing to rush, nothing to try. Outside, the streets keep moving. Cars glide beneath the rain. Inside, the hours feel lighter, without a schedule to maintain. For a little while this evening, I can simply stay and see how peaceful an ordinary moment can quietly be. A table by the window, a little light. A table by the window, on a rainy night. A table by the window, watching time go by. Nothing to rush, nothing to try. The coffee grows cooler, the lights grow low. The rain keeps falling, soft and slow. A table by the window, the evening kind. A table by the window, and a quieter mind. Freshly brewed, the evening starts. Freshly brewed, and the day grows quiet. The rain is resting on the window, the lights are glowing amber gold. A chair beside a small round table feels familiar and welcoming. The room is filled with gentle movement, the kind that asks for nothing more. Just a little time to linger and leave the rush outside the door. like a slow and easy song. The warmth settles in my hands and tells me I've arrived. Outside, the city keeps on turning. Inside, the pace is slow, and every sip seems to remind me there's nowhere else to go. Freshly brewed, warm and slow. Freshly brewed, let the evening flow. Freshly brewed, take a breath and stay. Freshly brewed, let the day drift away. Conversation fades to murmurs. The rain keeps time against the glass. The clock no longer feels important. There's no reason now to rush. Some moments don't need planning. They simply ask to be enjoyed. A warm cup and a quiet evening can fill the room with calm. Freshly brewed, warm and slow. Freshly brewed, let the evening flow. Freshly brewed, take a breath and stay. Freshly brewed, let the day drift away. The lights are soft, the air is warm. The rain sings low beyond the glass. Freshly brewed, one final sip. Freshly brewed, stay a while. The evening's here, and all is well. The day's in no hurry now. The clock can slow right down. There's nowhere else to be tonight. No need to rush around. The coffee's warm beside me. The window softly glows. The room has settled into calm, the way a quiet evening knows. The list can wait until tomorrow. The calls can wait there too. For now the chair is comfortable, and there's nothing left to do. The street outside is gentler. The traffic's growing thin. A lamp is drawing little circles of golden light within. Maybe you've been carrying more than anyone could see. You can set it down beside you now and simply let it be. No need to rush, no need to run. This evening isn't asking anything from anyone. Stay a while, take a breath. Let the hours find their rhythm, and quietly do the rest. The rain begins to fall, a gentle rhythm on the glass, not asking much at all. And maybe this is enough tonight. A chair, a song, a light, a little peace around the edges of an ordinary night. No need to rush, no need to run. This evening isn't asking anything from anyone. Stay a while, take a breath, let the hours find their rhythm, and quietly do the rest. No need to rush, no need to rush. The lamp is low, the air is still, the world can turn without you. For a little while, stay a while, take a breath. The night is here, and all is well. The coffee's warm, the room is still, the evening settles softly against the windowsill. Stay a while, take a breath, there's plenty of time tonight. There's an empty chair beside me, near the lamp's familiar glow, the kind that's always waiting, even when no one lets it show. Outside, the rain is drifting across the quiet street, and somehow this small corner feels steady and complete. The music isn't hurried, the clock is keeping time, the world beyond the window can carry on just fine. I watch the steam rise slowly from a freshly poured cup, and all the little worries don't seem to follow up. The empty chair beside me doesn't feel so far away. Some company can linger without a word to say. Stay a while, rest your mind. The evening has a way of leaving heavier things behind. The empty chair beside me still feels kind. Taps on the window like a gentle old refrain, the same familiar rhythm returning once again. And in these quiet moments there's comfort in the air, a feeling that the evening has room for one more chair. The empty chair beside me doesn't feel so far away. Some company can linger without a word to say. Stay a while, rest your mind. The evening has a way of leaving heavier things behind. The empty chair beside me still feels kind. becomes a memory at the edge of everything. Nothing more is needed, nothing more to prove. Just a quiet room and nowhere left to move. The coffee has gone cooler, the rain is slowing down. The chair remains beside me as the night wraps round. Stay a while, take a breath. The room is warm, the light is low, and all is well. The lights are low, the coffee's warm, the evening's settling in, just a little more. Stay a while. The rain is softened on the window, the rush outside is slowed. The room feels smaller in the best way, like somewhere you've always known. The piano finds a quiet rhythm, the guitar answers slow, and nobody seems in a hurry to pack up and go. There's comfort in the ordinary, a cup, a chair, a light, the kind of peace that doesn't ask for much, just this moment tonight. Maybe the day was a long one, maybe you've carried enough. You can set it down beside you. The evening is gentle with us. Stay for another song. The night is still young enough for one more melody. Stay for another song. Let the room hold on to a little more company. Take a breath, stay a while. There's nowhere else you need to be right now. The lamp beside the window paints circles on the wall, and every note feels softer as the evening grows small. The coffee may be cooling, but the room still feels warm, and somehow everything settles with each familiar chord. Stay for another song. The night is still young enough for one more melody. Stay for another song. Let the room hold on to a little more company. Take a breath, is warm. The evening settles softly after a long day gone. Stay a while. Steam in the lamplight, drifting slow and thin, like the day is finally leaving and the night is settling in. The rain beyond the window has found a gentle pace, and every little worry feels farther from this place. The coffee's still beside me, the chair is comfortable. Nothing needs attention, nothing needs to pull. The clock keeps moving quietly without asking anything, and the room feels full of silence in the most comforting way. Steam in the lamplight, slowly rising through the glow. No need for answers, no need to know. Take a breath, stay a while, let the evening hold you for a little while. Steam in the lamplight, watching the hours go. Outside, the streets grow quieter, the headlights pass less often now. The world is finding softer edges as the night settles down. And maybe this is enough: a lamp, a song, a chair, a little warmth around you, and some unhurried air. Steam in the lamplight, slowly rising through the glow. No need for answers, no need to know. Take a breath, stay a while, let the evening hold you for a little while. Steam in the lamplight, watching the hours go. The coffee's nearly finished, the room is calm and still. The lamp continues shining across the windowsill. Stay a while, take a breath. The night is here, the light is warm, and all is well. The room is quiet now. The lights are low. The evening still has a little way to go. Stay a while. The rain has settled softly against the window pane. The city sounds are fading into the dark again. between us. The steam drifts through the light, and somehow everything feels easier in this corner tonight. No grand conclusions waiting, no perfect words to find, just comfortable silence and a little peace of mind. The clock keeps moving gently without a reason why, and no one seems concerned about the passing of the time. One more cup of coffee, one more song to hear, one more quiet moment before the night grows clear. Take a breath, stay a while, let the world keep turning outside for a while. One more cup of coffee and a little more time. The lamp throws golden circles across the wooden floor, and neither of us seems to feel the need to rush the door. Some evenings ask for nothing except that we remain, listening to the gentle rhythm of the rain. One more cup of coffee, one more song to hear, one more quiet moment before the night grows clear. Take a breath, stay a while, let the world keep turning outside for a while. One more cup of coffee and a little more time. The coffee may be cooling, but the room is warm enough. The night is moving slowly, and that is more than enough. Stay a while, one more song, one more cup of coffee before we carry on. The room is warm, the lights are low, the rain is tracing patterns on the glass. No hurry now, no place place to be. Just one more quiet evening passing by. Across the table, a cup of coffee slowly cooling down. The city softens outside the window, while the evening settles all around. We don't have to fill the silence, every pause can simply stay. Some conversations happen gently, without a lot to say. The day was busy, the hours moved faster than they should. Now the clock seems less important, and that feels pretty good. A few small stories, a few easy laughs, nothing grand or unforgettable, just enough to make the evening last. Across the table, everything feels lighter here. Across the table, the noise of the day disappears. No answers needed, no perfect words to find. Across the table, it's good to slow down for a while. The rain keeps falling, soft against the window pane. The piano plays another gentle phrase and settles in again. The room grows quieter, the evening grows deep, but somehow it feels warmer than the weather on the street. Across the table, everything feels lighter here. Across the table, the noise of the day disappears. No answers needed, no perfect words to find. Across the table, it's good to slow down for a while. The cups are nearly empty, the lights are growing dim. The rain is still outside, the music still begins. And for a little while longer, before the evening ends. Across the table, we're simply here again. Across the table, we're simply here again. The rain is soft, the lights are low, the room is warmer than the street outside. One more song, one more smile, no reason yet to say goodnight. The coffee's still half full beside us, a little steam above the cup. rush we carried through the daytime has finally started giving up. The window catches bits of rainfall. The piano settles into place, and somehow every passing minute feels easy to embrace. We talk about familiar things, the kind that never need much thought. The little moments from the daytime, the small reminders we forgot. Nothing here is complicated, nothing here needs to be planned. Just a quiet evening unfolding exactly as it stands. A little longer tonight, let the world wait outside. A little longer tonight, there's nowhere else we need to arrive. The music is gentle, the room is kind. A little longer tonight, let's leave the hurry behind. It's calm so well, like an old sweater by the door. The longer that we stay here talking, the less we seem to ask for more. The rain continues in the distance, a steady rhythm through glass, and every quiet second reminds us some moments are meant to last. A little longer tonight, let the world wait outside. A little longer tonight, there's nowhere else we need to arrive. The music is gentle, the room is kind. A little longer tonight, let's leave the hurry behind. Chairs will empty, soon enough the lights will fade, but not before we sit together inside the comfort that we've made. The coffee cools, the hour grows late, still the evening feels just right. Like a page we're not quite ready to turn tonight. The rain keeps falling softly, the piano softly plays. The room grows still around us as another evening stays. Just a little longer before the night moves on. The rain falls slow, the lights glow gold. The evening settles in a quiet chair, a warm cafe, and the world grows soft again. Outside the window, cars drift through the rain. Headlights blur across the pavement, then disappear again. But in here everything feels gentler, like the room knows how to wait. No questions asking for attention, no reason to be late. The coffee sends a ribbon upward through the warm lamplight above. The muted trumpet softly answers, like a familiar voice I trust. The day begins to loosen slowly, every worry stepping back, leaving space for quiet breathing and a little room to relax. This is the warmest corner, a place where I can stay a while. The rain can keep on falling beyond the window's silver lines. Nothing needs explaining, nothing needs to be resolved. Here in the warmest corner, the weight of the day dissolves. The room grows calmer by the minute. The music takes its gentle time. A few soft conversations linger, then drift away like distant lights. And somehow in this quiet moment, the evening feels complete. Not because of anything remarkable, just because it feels peaceful here. This is the warmest corner, a place where I can stay a while. The rain can keep on falling beyond the window's silver lines. Nothing needs explaining, nothing needs to be resolved. Here in the warmest corner, the weight of the day dissolves. The lights stay low, the coffee cools, the city hums outside, and for a little while, everything feels right. The warmest corner, the warmest corner tonight. The lights grow softer now, a little warmer on the wall. The day is getting smaller, and we don't have to hurry at all. Just stay a while, stay a while. There's coffee cooling slowly beside a book we've barely read. The rain is drawing pictures on the window overhead. No need to fill the silence, no need to find the perfect words. Sometimes the quiet moments say more than anything we've heard. The room feels easy, the room feels kind, like everything we carried can be set down for a while. The city keeps on moving beyond the glass and distant glow, but in this little corner there's nowhere else we need to go. A lamp beside the sofa, a shadow stretching on the floor. The evening folds around us like it's done 1,000 times before. And all those busy thoughts that followed us all day seem a little farther now, a little farther away. The lights grow softer, the night moves slow. We don't need answers, we can just let go. The lights grow softer, the room breathes easy. One more quiet hour feels like enough to me. The lights grow softer, the world steps back. Nothing to chase tonight, nothing we lack. Just stay a while, stay a while. The lights grow softer now. The clock keeps turning gently, but nobody is keeping score. The evening has its own way of opening another door. Not a door to somewhere distant, not a road that runs too far. Just a little space for breathing, exactly where we are. And maybe that's the beauty of an ordinary night, the way a simple moment can settle everything just right. The rain grows lighter, the room grows still, and everything that mattered can wait until it will. The lights grow softer, the night moves slow. We don't need answers, we can just let go. The lights grow softer, the room breathes easy. One more quiet hour feels like enough to me. The lights grow softer, the world steps back. Nothing to chase tonight, nothing we lack. Just stay a while, stay a while. The lights grow softer now. The lights grow softer now. The lights grow softer now. The coffee has gone cold now. The rain is nearly past. The room is full of comfort, the kind we hope will last. No grand conclusions, no final words. Somehow, just this evening, just this room, just these gentle lights, growing softer now, growing softer now, growing softer now. yesterday without making a sound. Just a few old stories floating through the room. There's a chair beside the window where the rain would tap the glass, and somehow that small memory still manages to last. Not because it changed the world or turned a page somehow, just because it happened once and still feels close right now. A cup left on the counter, a familiar hallway light, simple things we hardly noticed on an ordinary night. Sometimes that's enough, sometimes that's the way. The smallest moments linger long after the day. I remember old conversations, though the words are mostly gone. Only bits and pieces remain, yet the feeling carries on. A laugh across a table, a pause before goodbye, the kind of little details we never thought to memorize. The years have softened edges like records worn with care, leaving only what was needed and a little warmth still there. Not every memory needs a perfect frame. Some stay unfinished and remain the same. Half-forgotten stories still find their way back home. Half-forgotten stories never really gone. A face, a room, a rainy street, a song we used to know. Half-forgotten stories return and say hello. Half-forgotten stories, gentle as the evening glow. Casting shadows across the wooden floor, and somehow old reflections feel welcome at the door. Not asking for attention, not asking to explain, just sitting for a moment like old friends in the rain. The years keep moving forward as they always do, yet certain quiet memories still shine gently through, like photographs we never took, but somehow still can see, waiting in the background of who we've come to be. Half-forgotten stories still find their way back home. Half-forgotten stories never really gone. A face, a room, a rainy street, a song we used to know. Half-forgotten stories return and say hello. Half-forgotten stories, gentle as the evening glow. The coffee's getting cooler, the night is settling in. The room grows a little quieter than it has ever been. stories stay unfinished, and that's what stories are for. A few familiar moments, a few familiar names, drifting through the evening like soft and distant rain. Half-forgotten stories under soft and steady light. Half-forgotten stories keeping quiet company tonight. Let the evening carry them, let the memories flow. Half-forgotten stories, half-forgotten stories. Half-forgotten stories, still finding their way home. The room feels different now, the evening's settling low. The sound of one last coffee cup after the crowd has gone. The chairs are standing quietly, the tables cleared away. The rush that filled the room before has slowly lost its place. A lamp above the counter, a soft and steady glow, nothing asking for attention, nowhere left to go. The window holds a little rain, the street lights shine below, and somehow in the quiet everything moves slow. It's nice to hear the silence without trying to explain the way a peaceful moment can arrive after a busy day. A few forgotten footprints, a newspaper left behind, little signs that people passed and carried on with time. The coffee's still warm enough to linger for a while, and every corner of the room seems easier somehow. No schedules on the table, no clock to keep in mind, just the simple gift of having a little breathing room tonight. Sometimes the world grows gentler when there's less to hold on to. Sometimes quiet spaces help us hear what's true. After the crowd has gone, the room exhales at last. After the crowd has gone, nothing moving quite so fast. The lights are soft, the night is long. There's comfort in the calm after the crowd has gone. After the crowd has gone. Taps on the window like it has all evening long. A rhythm with no destination, a quiet, patient song. The city still keeps turning beyond on the darkened glass. But in this little corner, there's no reason not to relax. No grand reflections waiting, no lesson to be found. Just a chair, a lamp, a coffee cup, and peacefulness around. The ordinary moments often stay the most, not because they're louder, but because they ask the least. After the crowd has gone, the room exhales at last. After the crowd has gone, nothing moving quite so fast. The lights are soft, the night is long. There's comfort in the calm after the crowd has gone. After the crowd has gone. The evening's getting deeper, the hour growing late. The room feels like a photograph the night decided to save. A few more quiet minutes before the lights grow dim. A few more peaceful moments to simply settle in. Tomorrow will arrive the way it always does, but it can wait outside a while without interrupting us. For now there's only stillness and a warm familiar glow, the kind of gentle company that only evenings know. After the crowd has gone, the rain continues softly. After the crowd has gone, the coffee cools beside me. No hurry, no noise, no unfinished race to run. Just this quiet room, just this evening light. After the crowd has gone, after the crowd has gone. The clock on the wall keeps its own little rhythm tonight. Tick by tick, nothing in a hurry. The clock on the wall. The coffee is still warm, the lamp is glowing low. The rain beyond the window has nowhere else to go. A chair beside the table, a book turned upside down. The evening settling gently as the daylight leaves the town. The clock on the wall marks another passing minute, but somehow in this quiet room there's no reason to be counting it. For once the hours feel welcome, for once they can simply stay, without asking anything from us, without pulling us away. There were days for rushing forward, days that move too fast, days that disappeared before we could ask them to last. But tonight feels different. The pace is slow and kind, like the room itself is saying there's no schedule left to mind. The clock on the wall keeps speaking in its way, not about tomorrow, not about yesterday, just this evening, just this chair, just this warm and patient air. The clock on the wall keeps time for everyone, but tonight it feels softer than it usually does. Tick by tick, the hours roll along, and somehow that feels comforting. The clock on the wall, the clock on the wall. The rain has grown lighter, the street is shining bright, with reflections from the windows scattered through the night. The room feels a little smaller, in the nicest kind of way, like everything important has decided here to stay. The clock on the wall still moves from hour to hour, yet here beneath the lamplight it seems to lose its power. Not every moment needs a plan, not every pause needs a reason. Some evenings are enough, exactly as they're given. The clock on the wall keeps time for everyone, but tonight it feels softer than it usually does. Tick by tick, the hours roll along, and somehow that feels comforting. The clock on the wall, the clock on the wall. Tick by tick, the clock on the wall. The coffee has gone cooler now, the room has grown more still. The rain is almost finished beyond the windowsill. The clock on the wall continues as it should, steady, quiet, unconcerned. And maybe that's the lesson, not to stop the hours, not to hold them longer, just to sit beside them for a little while. Tick by tick, the clock on the wall. Tick by tick, the clock on the wall, keeping gentle company tonight. Almost closing time. The lights are a little lower now. The room is a little quieter. Almost closing time. There's still coffee in the cup, Still rain against the glass, still a few soft conversations taking their time to pass. The lamp beside the counter paints shadows on the floor, like the evening isn't ready to leave just yet. And honestly, neither am I. A day can feel so crowded, a day can move so fast, but somehow in this little room, the good moments seem to last. The chairs are mostly empty, the music's sitting low, the city keeps on moving beyond the evening glow. A few familiar faces, a few familiar smiles, the kind that make an ordinary day feel worthwhile. Nothing grand happened here, nothing anyone would write down. Just warm lights, good company, and a little time slowing down. Sometimes that's more than enough. Almost closing time. Can we stay here one more minute? Almost closing time, while the room still feels like this. The rain outside, the soft lamplight, the comfort of an ordinary night. Almost closing time, almost closing time. The clock keeps moving forward like it always does, but tonight it seems a little kinder than it usually was. No hurry in the air, no pressure in the room, just the quiet understanding that evenings end too soon. Still there's something reassuring in the way the night unfolds, one chapter gently closing, another waiting down the road. And maybe that's enough, maybe that's okay, to appreciate the moment without asking it to stay. Almost closing time. Can we stay here one more minute? Almost closing time, while the room still feels like this. The rain outside, the soft lamplight, the comfort of an ordinary night. Almost closing time, almost closing time. The coffee has gone cooler, the window's darker now. The evening starts collecting everything it will allow. A few last lingering moments, a few last peaceful breaths, before the room grows quiet and settles into rest. Tomorrow will arrive soon with its lists and moving parts, but tonight has left something gentle behind inside our hearts. Not a memory to chase, not a lesson to define, just gratitude for this evening and this time. Almost closing time. The lights grow softer still. is getting cooler, the rain is growing light. The room has settled softly into the arms of night. A lamp above the corner, still casting its warm glow, like it's in no particular hurry to let the evening go. The day asked many questions, the kind that days will do. But for a little while tonight, there was nothing to get through. Just a chair, a quiet room, and time enough to breathe. The window holds reflections of lights across the street, the kind of simple scenery that makes an evening complete. A book left partly finished, a melody still near, the gentle sort of company that asks for nothing here. Sometimes the best moments don't arrive with any sound. They simply sit beside us and slowly settle down, like steam above a coffee cup, like rain against the glass, like knowing it's okay to let another day pass. One last sip, one last quiet minute, one last look around before we leave it all behind. The warm lights, the soft rain, the comfort of an ordinary evening. One last sip. One last sip. The room feels smaller now, in the nicest kind of way, like everything unnecessary has quietly faded away. The clock keeps moving forward, but nobody seems concerned. Some evenings aren't for planning, they're simply for being earned. And if tomorrow comes too quickly, as tomorrow often can, at least tonight provided a place to slow the hands, a place to rest the mind, a place to let things be, a place where silence felt like good company. One last sip, one last quiet minute, one last look around before we leave it all behind. The warm lights, the soft rain, the comfort of an ordinary evening. One last sip. One last sip. Stay a while. One last sip. The coffee cup is nearly empty, the rain is almost gone. The room is growing quieter, the evening moving on. Nothing left unfinished, nothing left to prove, just gratitude for this moment and the calm it carried through. One last sip, one last breath, one last peaceful glance around. The lights grow softer, the night grows still, and everything feels settled now. One last sip. The walk home, the night feels easy now. The walk home, under the evening lights. The cafe door swings softly as the warm light fades behind. The rain has left the sidewalks shining in the night. The streets are moving slower than they did a few hours ago, and every step feels lighter than the ones that brought me here. The coffee's gone, the conversation too, but somehow the feeling remains, like a small warm glow following along the way. The windows of the houses wear their evening lamps, quiet little reminders that everyone's winding down. A bicycle rolls past slowly, a distant train hums low. The city's still awake enough to keep a gentle pulse. Nothing special happening, nothing asking for attention, just a calm, familiar evening settling comfortably around me. Sometimes that's all it takes, a little peace, carried from one place to another. The walk home, bringing the warmth along. The walk home, long after the evening's gone. The soft lights, the quiet streets, the comfort follows easily. The walk home, the walk home. The air feels cool and welcome, the night wide open still, not empty, just peaceful. Like the world has finally slowed enough to catch its breath. The thoughts that seemed so loud before have softened with the hour, and all the unfinished things can wait until tomorrow. For now there is only this, a quiet road, a steady pace, and a grateful heart. The walk home, bringing the warmth along. The walk home, long after the evening's gone. The soft lights, the quiet streets, the comfort follows easily. The walk home, the walk home, stay a while. The walk home. The front door waits ahead, the porch light softly shining. The day is finally settling into silence, into rest. The evening may be ending, but it leaves something behind. A little calm, a little warmth, a little room to breathe. The walk home, the walk home, carrying the evening gently into the night. The walk home. Good night. Good night. Until next evening, the lights are growing softer now. Until next evening, the night is settling in. The coffee cups are empty, the chairs are standing still. The rain has left the windows and the streets beyond the hill. The room feels calm and quiet, like it's ready now to rest, holding all the little moments the evening gathered best. Nothing needs explaining, nothing needs to stay. Some days are meant for holding on, some evenings for letting go. And this one has been kind. The lamp beside the doorway still offers one last glow, a small and steady reminder before it's time to go. The conversations linger in the warm and gentle air, not because the words were special, but because they were shared. The world outside is waiting, the stars above are bright, and somehow everything feels lighter than it did at the start of the night. Maybe that's enough, maybe that's the gift. Until next evening, carry this calm with you. Until next evening, let it stay a while. The soft lights, the quiet room, the comfort of a slower pace. Until next evening, until next evening. Tomorrow has its own story, its own roads left to take, its own busy mornings and choices left to make. But tonight ask nothing except a peaceful breath, a chance to leave the day behind and welcome a little rest. The best evenings rarely shout, they don't ask to be remembered. They simply leave a feeling warm enough to follow us home. Until next evening, carry this calm with you. Until next evening, let it stay a while. The soft lights, the quiet room, the comfort of a slower pace. Until next evening, until next evening. The room grows dimmer slowly, the clock moves quietly on, the kind of gentle ending that feels right when it comes. No grand farewell is needed, no final lesson here, just gratitude for this evening and everything it offered. A little peace, a little laughter, a little room to breathe. Sometimes that's all we hope to find, and tonight it was enough. Until next evening, the lamps will glow again. Until next evening, the coffee will be warm again. The rain may visit, the music may return. The quiet room will be waiting, just as it always is. Until next evening, sleep well, travel gently through the night. Until next evening, until next evening, until next evening.